51st annual Radical Speed Sport. Who do we have on already? Ida Marie's on in DC, rainy day there. It's a rainy day here as well. And Christopher's on in the UK and Roger's on in Greece. 14 degrees in Falmouth. I think it's about 11 or 12 degrees here currently. I did not see the funeral for the Pope. Yeah, petrol head day today, that's for sure. Monty's on in Saskatchewan, welcome. 10 degrees there. I can show you what I am looking at right now. This is the old ice surface. So this is one of about 5 different rooms that have cars in it. I'm going to be putting together a video so you guys can see all that. I've been working on that for the last 3 days, so hopefully you will enjoy it. Media's on in Finland. Anakin's back. Welcome, Anakin. Sarah's on in Germany. Nice orange car. Yeah, there's a Corvette Stingray down there. A lot of muscle cars in this show. I can zoom in a bit so you can see. You can go around, look. A few motorcycles, some trucks. Christopher's on in Washington State. You can see one of the special guests that will be coming on. He'll be hitting the stage around 1 o'clock. There, back to me again. Don's on in Idaho. The pickup's cool. A lot of pickups down there. Which one? There's also an electric Volkswagen bus down there. I think that's the only electric in the show this year. Anakin's on in Bulgaria. Yep, we're all over the place right now, so the world is watching, that's for sure. And I think the video that I've been working on, it's going to be quite a long one. I'm still waiting for one more interview that I want to get in place. And people that are stopping, you can walk by. Not a problem. Yeah, if you're looking behind me, there is a big gray tarp. It's just covering the seats. So if you look around here, we've got blue seats that were around the old ice surface. Well, behind me is the grandstand, the stadium, so it goes up behind. So they've just covered off all those chairs. There's the electric Volkswagen off in the distance. There's the car you can see, the red and white one, that is the SS that I used for the thumbnail for this one. And after a bit, I might do a little bit of walk and show you some of the other stuff. I'm not sure what the internet connection is going to be like inside the building, so that's why I've chosen this spot so far to do it from. The electric Volkswagen looks like C-3PO. Yeah, could be. It's a pretty cool van. It's got 7 passenger seating. All the seats fold right down into the floor, so you can put an air mattress in it if you wanted to turn it into a camper van. High tech with a little bit of a throwback to the original Volkswagen bus. There's also rat rods and street rods here. There's high-speed racing cars. There's a few like McLaren type cars, the supercars that are here. Mostly mostly vintage and muscle cars, predominantly at this show. So we've got 16 people on now. So today is a bit... Yesterday when I was here, it was a little quieter of a show because it was a beautiful day outside. About 13 degrees, overcast, but still nice enough that people wanted to stay outside. Today's a bit rainier, so more people are flocking in to see everything, so it's going to be a real good show. What's everyone doing where they are? Oh, and if you were watching the Friday video, yesterday's video about the incoming mail, a really cool envelope showed up from Mike in Toronto, and so I'm excited to show you that next week of all the stamps that are in that. There's a lot of stuff in there. Now, I haven't gone through it yet, so it'll be fun to go through it with you guys probably on Monday. I'm hoping this video will come out either late tonight or tomorrow, so that's the plan anyways. Behind me, behind the grandstands, there's an alleyway where there's some food vendors, but they've also parked some cars and some motorcycles up there. And then on the other side of this complex, there's what we call the arena side, which is 3 big rooms. Those are all filled with vehicles as well. Below the grandstands, just beyond the ice surface, there's a tunnel. I'll show you that right here. You can see people going through. Right down below, there's a tunnel that goes in underneath. There are cars under there as well. So lots of things to do. And if you watched a few weeks ago, I got a parcel from Australia and it had stamps about Bluey. Well, Bluey, the cartoon character, is downstairs for all the kids to see too. We have Mike Hall from Rust Valley Restorations, a TV show. He's from British Columbia. He is here. Raymond Kahn, who jumped last year the General Lee. If you watched last year's video, he jumped the General Lee. He is back again, sitting in front of the car he jumped, and so you can go see him. I've got an interview with him that'll be coming up as well. Sarah says her kids love Bluey. Yeah, there's a lot of kids here that seem to love Bluey too whenever I go through, so it's a good thing to bring in. Sarah's writing postcards today. Not much planned for rainy Saturday in Washington, D.C. I know today is also King's Day in the Netherlands, so those of you that are there that are celebrating that, happy King's Day. Yeah, we got quite a few celebrity appearances. There's also a wrestler here. I don't know his name, but he's over in that section. He's been represented as well. I think when I was pointing that way, a gentleman was walking up the stairs, and I think he thought that I was telling him to go that direction. So, oops. Don't want to tell anybody which way that they have to explore the show. I'm trying to put myself out of the way of everything. So yeah, so there's a good mix of things for everybody to do, all different ages. Oh, you're okay. No. So there's things for little kids like Bluey that are here, things that are specifically for gearheads and car guys, as far as celebrities that are here that do shows about restoration. We got a few of them as well. And then the stunts. Raymond comes from Northeast Ohio Dukes. That's his group, and he does jumps all over the United States. Not always in the General Lee. He does some acting things too, but he does have a couple coming up in May and June, and one of them he's jumping over a fountain in his car in the General Lee, and I think the fountain is from like 1898, so I hope he makes that jump and everything goes well. I'm sure it will. He's a professional. Media says it's World Sauna Day today in Finland. So for those of you that are in Finland or want to enjoy a nice sauna, today's the day to do it. I'm trying to steady the camera as much as possible here. Now there's a commercial about the electric Volkswagen van that has 3CPO and R2D2. Okay, I haven't seen it. We have a contest in Canada called Roll Up the Rim to Win, where if you get a coffee or a hot chocolate mug, you can roll up and it tells you what you can win as a prize. Sometimes it's a coffee, sometimes it's a donut, sometimes it's try again. But one of the things they had this year was you could win an electric Volkswagen van. I believe the contest is now over though. Wonder where my usuals are. Oh, I know what I have for you guys today. I think it's in my bag here, so give me 1 second. It is not in my bag. I forgot it. Oh no. Well, what I was going to say is that I have Stephen's limerick for you today. I guess that's going to have to wait for another day. I could put it at the end of my car video, but that wouldn't fit in very well, so I might hold off and add it in on Monday or Tuesday. But he did send in the limerick. It just came after the fact that I had already film the whole video, and so I didn't want to have to go back and refilm the video because yesterday was quite a busy day, a lot going on. I started here at the car show on Thursday when they started bringing vehicles in, and then I was here again yesterday, and then I've been over to see my parents. My mother, unfortunately, is not doing very well, and then I was back here to the car show again until after supper, and then I had to go and get some supper and spend time with my family. And I've been back at the show since 9 o'clock this morning, so I've been keeping very busy. Anakin says, remembers that van was the model for Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Interesting. I didn't know there was so much of a Star Wars connection with Volkswagen. Doesn't surprise me though. Advertising using Star Wars is always a hit. My father's doing pretty well. Those of you that may have watched the video last week with my father, one of the reasons I did that, other than to showcase what it's like to live with vascular dementia, was to take advantage of his memory the way it is now and get some of the stories that he has out there. And so for those of you that watched it, thank you. I know it was a bit on the longer side. I know members of my family really appreciated having that captured forever, so we won't lose it. So, but my mother's not in a state with her Lewy body dementia that she can be in a video anymore. Thank you, Ida Marie. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. This video will be longer, not this live stream, but the car show video will be a bit longer too. And if I look like I'm a bit tired, you can say that that's why. A lot going on. Anakin bought a Volkswagen van thermal bottle. Well, I really like the Volkswagen van. It's really nice. Sarah prefers the long videos. Yeah, most of mine are generally, 15 to 20 minutes is how I tend to keep them. But every once in a while, something comes in that warrants me going a bit longer. My father's video, this car video will be a bit longer. Sometimes someone sends in a bunch of stamps or a mystery box, and it's going to be as long as it is. So I'm glad that some of you stick around to watch all of it, and those of you that watch part of it, I appreciate that too. Star Wars Day, yes, May the 4th is coming up. It's funny because the way I've got my camera, it's situated on my lap, but it's pointed out towards the ice surface. So anybody who's walking by kind of looks like they don't want to get in the way of the shot, even though they didn't realize that the shot is back towards me and away from the cars. But I will try to do a little walk here in a bit so you guys can see a little bit more what's going on. I can walk down the stairs and walk down to the cars that you can see below me, but you already can see those, so I might as well try to show you something else. Ida Marie doesn't mind the longer videos either. Well, some of them you can just put on in the background and do other things. Just listen to what I have to say, maybe not see all the images. I know the Haitian video that came out this week on Haiti and its history and stamps was a bit on the longer side too. I had a little bit more of the history side of it to do than I normally do. Usually it's about 10 minutes of history and then 5 to 8 minutes of the stamps. This thing I think it was probably more like 16 minutes of history before I got into stamps, and then there was quite a few stamps to show too. Wonder where my Stephen is from Australia. I could have had him type out his limerick. Oh, I can't believe I forgot it. This morning, I put everything aside. It was gonna go. I thought I put it in the bag, but I guess I just left it on the table. So I just grabbed the bag when I left the house this morning. It was a very bloody history, and it continues to be a very turbulent history there too. So unfortunate for the Haitian people that they've had to go through so much and continue to go through so much. So hopefully it will work out. I'm glad, Christopher, that you got the card and envelope that I sent, so add a few stamps to your collection. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a limerick again next week too, so I will have this one to maybe get out one of the videos earlier this week, or if Stephen says just hold it till next Friday, I can do that too. So. I think we all have these checklists of things that we need or want to accomplish, and sometimes we don't get to everything that we want to do. I still have a checklist of things. I've done the taxes. I did that last weekend, but I have one of them that I have to redo, make an adjustment to, so that's on my things to do list this weekend. I've got a couple things to do for my parents that I need to go and get for their living accommodations. So. But it is good that Ari and Dea are now back from Montreal. They got back on Wednesday, so everyone's back at home again. There's Stephen from Australia. Stephen is writing out his limerick now, number 16. So those of you that want it, Gregory Rasputin, the mad Russian monk, was known to be a constant drunk. Litigious and lewd, he was often quite rude, and it is said that he stank like a skunk. So there you go. There is Stephen's limerick. Why are you still awake in Australia? He always stays up late. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning for him. So there you go. There's number 16. All right, what about fun facts, Stephen? Do you want to type those out, or do you want me to leave those to later on as well? He's been lurking in the background. That's good. We're glad you're there.
Yeah, good.
Do you want me to try to walk around a bit and show you some things to see how the internet connection works? Okay, leave the fun facts till later. We can do that. Ida Marie says yes. All right, so I'm going to throw on my backpack. I'm carrying a backpack because I've got a battery in it that's charging my phone constantly, just because I've been on it 24 hours. 24/7. All right, let's wander down here now. As you can see the floor, all the cars down there. We'll wander over this way. Someone said they liked the pickup truck. Well, we'll show you another pickup truck too. It's still early in the morning for you, Stephen. 1 o'clock in the morning watching from Australia. I appreciate it. This is kind of neat. They've got a before and after. 2 cars. Someone's Corvette. We've got pickup trucks, lowriders, motorcycles. This car is really cool. The way they've done it all up and customized it. That's awesome. Nice Pontiac. convertible from 1962. I'm not going to show you the whole show this way. I want you to watch the video too, but we'll give you an overview of what's going on here. There's a guy over here. He's got a really cool truck. He's decked it all out hippie style. He's even got some dry ice going here too. Your Econoline van. And then in the back, he's even got it set up. He's ready. And there's Matt Riddle. He'll be on stage later on. The wrestler. Dale Earnhardt, for those of you race car driver fans. A little NASCAR. Hippie for sure, yeah. Alright, let's take you out through the center. You can see exactly what's going on there. The lineups that come through. And I think the connection still will hold there rather than me going through the back. There's Lloyd. You'll get to hear him later on in a video. You can see there's the electric van, so we can come full circle. You can see where I was seated up there, where the canvas is behind. Nice crowds going through. We'll go through. There's an important person working hard. So you can see the crowds lining up for the box office. There's Joni, she's working hard. And we'll go through here. The entrance that everybody goes through. We'll pass by the Speed Sport. So down that way, you've got a few motorcycles on the go. You guys are getting a real sneak peek of what's happening here. You can see out down on the floor, there's a few people here, which is great to see. I'll take you down here by the bike, and you can see. So we've got vendors, and we've got great cars all set up. All right, let's go this way and have a quick peek. If you watch this, you may not want to watch the video, so I'm going to show you a portion. I'm not going to show you everything. You'll get to see the rest later on. We're going to go around here and just avoid real quick. Zip down the stairs. The smell of popcorn is coming up here now. The Candy Depot. Great place to get your pop figures and your candy. And then you can see we are down on the floor with everybody else. And that's the tunnel that takes you through to the ice surface where we were before. And then we're going to wander through here. So all the way up there, they've got cars. You can get your fresh squeezed lemonade here. And all the way here, we've got cars. There's a bit of a cafeteria here if you want to get a hot dog or a hamburger or something like that. You can do that here. Nice looking cars everywhere you go. It is a big show. It might not be Washington, D.C. size big, but it's a big show. We always know it's springtime when this show is in place. There's Mike Hall from Rust Valley Restoration. And there's the lineup that goes along to get to it. I'm going to take you down this way. car culture in Moncton is huge. Here in Atlantic Canada is, I mean, it's amazing. We have this show, and we've got a show in the summer that's outside that is also well attended. There's the Fudge Ladies. So if you want good fudge, you've got fudge going on there. We've got a Cake Ladies on the other side. So there's food to be eaten. How's that? Looks like the Benetton car. That's what it reminds me of. So if you like your low-rise street racers, we got that. Over there in the orange, there's a McLaren. You can watch the video and see exactly about that one. That's why I'm just giving you the highlights now. Another BMW. Working our way through now here to the other side. Work our way around. Sneaking through. Another delicious booth right here, the Cake Lady. All sorts of wonderful things. Oh, for those of you that don't know, Nanaimo bars, Canadian. Nanaimo bars, right there. That's what those are. You guys are still with me? We're gonna go down to Ray. He's the guy that jumped the General Lee last year. And we'll check him out real quick. He's at the end down here, past all the Corvettes and the Corvette Club. You can see the orange of the General Lee right there. So there's the General Lee. There's Ray. There's Jessica. And here you can see last year's on the local paper. And all the jump pictures. And now all the merchandise that you still can get too. So do you have speed bumps in Moncton? Some of the cars would have a problem. Yeah, those low riders, well, they'd have a problem with our potholes as well. But yeah, speed bumps are in some areas. And you can see the result after the jump last year. What's left of the car, really crumpled in. You can see. For what he did, there's a lot of the car still in pretty good condition. So that's awesome. So yeah, so there's something for everybody here, and you'll get a chance to see that after. Enough with the spoilers. Well, some of them really want. One of the cars that I like a lot is the Bel Air. I mean, isn't that a beautiful car? Love the lines, love the fins. Can't go wrong. So, muscle cars, lots of muscle cars. You've done well. We haven't lost you yet. Banh mi bready, delicious. Great food here. New Vietnamese restaurant in town. What about signs? You want stuff for your garage? They've got it. Some nice looking cars. Maybe you're more a Porsche person. We got Porsches there too. Camaros. Pickup trucks. Pink Panther. Alright, let's zip down. Which way do we want to go? We'll go through this way. But you can see the crowds. And you can see some of the people that have been here before. After 51 shows, there's been a lot of people coming to Moncton to be represented here. Yeah. So we'll take you down this way. You're just getting a sneak peek. Oh, Mindy's on. Welcome, Mindy. Another beauty.
Oh, we have to get a stamp.
Yeah.
All he did was work on
Squeeze by here. Squeeze by. More treats. We got vintage clothing. You can see there's a stage where Bluey would be. He's all done for right now. But we've got cars on that side. We've got cars on that side. Joe's on in India. Welcome, Joe. All right, let's zip down here real quick. Go around. Oh, excuse me. This rat rod's always one of my favorites that comes to the show too. Done one pullings. And if you think the outside's cool, check out the inside of this car. He's done so much work. It's very cool. All right, we're gonna go back upstairs where it's a little quieter again. We'll take a sneak through here. It's a little cooler in here too. Where all the people are, it's getting warm. Legends, the restaurant that's here. And we're gonna come back up on this. And then we'll fly through here again. There's a sneak peek for you of what's going on at the car show right now. I'm just gonna dip out of the way here. Here. Let's have a seat again. So that's what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people. And it's going to be fun to show you exactly what's there. Some of my favorite pictures of little details that people have done to their cars. Those emblems, those hood ornaments that stick out, the tail lights. So for those of you that like cars, you'll enjoy it. If you don't, well then you'll wait for the next video. But it's what I've been working on and putting a lot of time into. I know I've got a lot of people that do watch, that do like cars, so it'll be good for them. And I'm always happy when I get invited to come and do this show. Special thanks to Joe for having me come out here. He always gives me a free wristband, so I don't have to pay to come in to do the show, and I get quite a good access to a lot of different people. So very happy about that too. It makes things more exciting when you can kind of be behind the scenes a little bit at one of these shows. Now I'm out of breath from doing all that speed walking through. I've been putting a lot of steps in the last few days. Charmaine's on in Maine, welcome. We're missing Isabel in Chile. She must be working today. So maybe she can't communicate. Or Olia in Poland. I'm glad I don't have a jacket on. I'm just in my short sleeve shirt because it is really warm in here with all these people. What's that? Joe? Who had a stroke? Your mom had a stroke? Fill me in. What's going on there? Okay. I hope she gets better soon. That is not a good situation, and so hopefully she'll be on the mend and recover. But good to see you back here, Joe. I'm going to turn the camera this way for a little bit. Then you can see the other stairs. You can see people. You can go. Yeah, speedy recovery for Joe's mom for sure. Well, anything else going on? Anyone else talking? If there's anyone not, maybe we will cut the live stream a little short today. I've got a few more things that I'm hoping to take pictures of, people's reactions out on the floor. There are a few pinup models that are walking around, so I may take a few pictures of them as well with some of the cars. And I have one more interview I'm trying to get nailed down, so hopefully we can get that before I go. An adult admission to the show is $18. For children, I think 12 and over, it's $5, and under 12 is free. The Habs won last night, yes, so they got one win against the Capitals already, so that's good. I'm hopeful for the Habs, but not confident. The Capitals are a pretty strong team. No worries. I think there may even be a senior's price too. I didn't quote it because I'm not 100% sure. I just know the other ones. Yeah, I think Thomas, you said something about Go Caps Go or something on one of the videos, if I remember correctly. You've got a good team, so I wish you well in the playoffs, even if it does mean that you have to beat my Habs if that should happen. Raining in Maine, raining in New Brunswick. see some people are starting to line up for some of the other special guests that are here now. The wrestler's going to be hitting the stage soon, and also the mechanic. I know that's a basic way of saying it, but I'm not as familiar with their work as I am with Mike Hall's work. See, Monty, if you set up your own YouTube, you both could be on it, and I could get an extra subscriber. Joe, you're going into your hot season, are you? Or is it always kind of hot there? Just like Basel and Goa? I know there's a rainy season, but... I'm not sure how all the music in the backgrounds are going to affect my video, or how it's affecting. Can you hear me properly? Hopefully you can hear okay. When we're at shows like this, there certainly is music being played all along. Coming up on 45 minutes. Hearing loud and more or less clear. Okay, good. I was wondering that, especially when I was walking around in the crowds, whether you could hear anything that I was saying or not. It was also nice to see that the connection didn't die. I kind of half expected that it would, especially underneath the building. No, no one should hate themselves. We are who we are. Rainy season starts in July for you? Okay. Oh, Thomas, you listen to Blue Rodeo. Nice. And I'm glad you liked them. Now you guys have to listen to the Tragically Hip. That's the next one on your to-do list to listen to. And then you'll know two of my favorite Canadian bands. 12 degrees and cloudy down in Yarmouth. No rain for you yet, though, in Nova Scotia. That's good, David. I think we're supposed to get 15 to 20 millimeters of rain today, so it could get very wet more this afternoon than it is right now, though. Sarah's listened to the Tragically Hip. Good, good. Blue Rodeo is my mellow band to listen to if I just want to listen to something light and easy listening to. If I want to be moving and motivated more, Tragically Hip's what I want to listen to. And each week I could introduce you to a different Canadian band. And you guys can report back of what you thought of the one the previous week. So your assignment this week is listen to the Tragically Hip. And I'm sure there's something like the Essentials or Best Of out there that you can find on Apple Music or Spotify. I'm glad this worked out that the live stream could happen here this week. I know I tried once before here, and I think I had to stay still pretty much the whole time in order for it to remain connected. Maybe they've upgraded the Wi-Fi here. No, I could mention Gordon Lightfoot. He could be another one you could listen to. Certainly another Canadian artist. I must admit, I don't listen to a lot of Gordon Lightfoot. It is a little bit slower paced, but also another very good Canadian, well-known artist, like Anne Murray. Anne Murray is from Nova Scotia, here in the Maritimes, known around the world, but kind of easy listening, and a bit earlier than things that I normally listen to. Other than, you know, I listen to the Beatles, and Anne Murray would be in the 70s, so just after the Beatles. So, but yeah, another great Canadian artist too. There are many of them out there. Bryan Adams is coming to Moncton to play in October. Welcome, Lyndon from British Columbia. Things are going great. Just sitting here at the car show. Bloop. That was a sneak peek. Bloop. Car show. One room of the car show anyways. You'll have to go back and watch the rest of it to see a bit more of what's going on here. So yeah, lots going on. You must be just getting up, are you? Now it's just making me giggle as people walk by. They're ducking every time they go by my camera, thinking that I'm shooting in the opposite direction. It's so nice, Maritimers, trying to be polite and courteous by not getting in the way of the camera angle. Drinking coffee with Lauren, that's great. Hi, Lauren. You should be on your YouTube channel too, Lauren. Maximize the viewers. Excuse me. I have some sweet places that I have to go back to because they said they were going to put things aside for me. Someone actually gave me a free t-shirt too. So Ray from Northeast Ohio Dukes gave me a free t-shirt 2 days ago. 2 days ago? No, yesterday. All my days are running together, so that was nice. Yeah, there's a lot of singers and bands from Canada that people might have just assumed that they were Americans. They're here. The Guess Who, not to be confused with The Who, also another great Canadian band. Or Bachman Turner Overdrive, BTO, Taking Care of Business song, Canadian. Neil Young, Canadian. Sarah McLachlan, also coming back to Moncton in November, Canadian. Chilliwack from British Columbia, yes, Canadian. So Thomas, yeah, we could do once a week, introduce you to one artist, and you have a week to listen to their music, and then get back to me. Northern Pikes, 5440. Spirit of the West. David's favorite band is Chilliwack from Canada. That's what happens when I talk too much. Hi, Lauren. Well, it is almost time. Oh, Celine Dion, Michael Bublé. Yes. Oh, you've seen them both in Helsinki. Cool. I saw Michael Bublé not that long ago. I've not seen Celine Dion in concert before. But it was very emotional when she sang at the Paris Olympics, because she'd come off a long time where she wasn't able to sing because of the health struggles she'd been going through. So it was really nice to be able to see her there. Not to see her in person because I wasn't at the Paris Games, but you know what I mean. Yeah, lots of Canadian artists, Charmaine. 25 degrees for you, that's nice. About 13 degrees here. Michael Bublé was great to see in concert. He puts on a really good show. That was a really neat show because I bought tickets for him for my wife and I, and COVID hit, so they canceled the concert. But when he came back, they honored the seats that we had, but he'd changed his stage setup, so the seats that I had ordered. Oh, you guys are okay. I'm not filming that direction. the seats that I had ordered, his stage had changed. So what they did was they upgraded our seats and put us front row right in front of the stage, which was really cool. It was like he came down and was singing directly to us at one point in time. 16 degrees in Germany for Sarah. Ida Marie wants to see him. That's good. Well, way, as Mike Myers, who also is Canadian, would say when he played, oh no, what was the characters on Saturday Night Live? He and Dana Carvey played. Wayne and Garth. There we go. Wayne's World. Way. Yeah, Wayne. Wayne and Garth. Yeah, don't even get us into the Canadian comedians. There's a whole list and raft of Canadian comedians too. All right, Sarah, have a good weekend. You go off and pick up your son. I'm going to be signing off here in a minute anyways. There's a few things I need to get done before I head home and go get groceries, because it is Saturday and that's what we do. But it was fun to be able to show you guys a kind of a sneak peek of what's going on here in Moncton at the Moncton Coliseum. It is a great show, and I look forward to showing you the complete video here in the next day or two. Mike Myers' Star Wars character could have been Obi-Wan? I don't know. Anyways, that's me. That's me from the Moncton Coliseum. Thank you everyone who took time to be here today. I really appreciated you guys joining me. I'm glad that the Wi-Fi system here is at its peak and was able to let me walk around and show you what's going on. We're going to do this again on Wednesday, of course, for the decorating challenge, but of course every Saturday we get together and do this. So those of you who are new to the channel and are party watching as the replay crew, we'll see you here next week. Not at the Moncton Coliseum, but here in Moncton at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. Have a magical week, everybody.